Hello, I'm Dr. Chris Rademacher, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to implement a program designed to reduce sow mortality in your operation. This SOP is designed to assist producers and caretakers in early identification of at-risk sows by evaluating health and lameness to improve treatment outcomes and reduce overall sow mortality. When this evaluation method was utilized in a commercial sow facility, the annualized sow mortality was reduced from 16.75% to 12.5%. So that 4.25% drop in annualized sow mortality saved that producer approximately $50 per sow or $2 per wean pig. This program requires two caretakers spending approximately 2 hours per day identifying at-risk sows. And then at least one caretaker is required to follow up with treatments approximately 1 hour per day for sows identified as at risk. Now, these time equivalents may vary based on herd size and the number of barns or rooms being evaluated. The key to this program being successful is to repeat this procedure daily. Let's walk through an evaluation of at-risk sows in gestation stalls. These evaluations begin when both caretakers are walking through the barn simultaneously, with one caretaker in front and the other in the back, after the feed has dropped. It's important to start and quickly execute the at-risk sow evaluation immediately after the feed has dropped to avoid missing any evaluations as the sows lay back down after they finish eating. So generally you have about 30 minutes per barn from the time that the first feed is dropped before sows start laying back down. The caretakers during that time will flag any sow that do not immediately get up by placing a card above her stall. Sows that are flagged are to be evaluated further at a later time that's more convenient by the farm staff. So here you see a picture example. You have two sows on either side of the sow that's kind of in question of being an at-risk sow in the middle. So the sows on either side got up and ate their daily feed allotment, but the sow in the middle you can see continues to lay down and has not gotten up or eaten any of the allotted feed. So that sow is then flagged for further evaluation. If able, then the caretaker should gently get the sow up to examine why she's not eating with the rest of the herd. If she stands up, then the caretakers should examine her weight distribution between her legs, look for signs of toe tapping, redness, or swollen joints, any lesions, or any discharge from her genitalia or bleeding. This should take approximately 1 hour per day per person. All sows should then be treated based on the herd veterinarian's recommendation based on their suspected findings. The sow appears to be lame, not wanting to put any weight on her rear left leg, so she's shifting the weight between them, or what it may otherwise be known as toe tapping. Now let's look at group house gestation pens. The instructions are similar to gestation stalls when evaluating at-risk sows. However, unlike gestation stall evaluations, group house gestation pens may require 2 to 4 people to make the observations depending on facility design. This allows 1 to 2 individuals to walk into the pens to observe, move around, and evaluate the sows, and another 1 to 2 individuals to evaluate and observe the sows from outside the pen. To easily identify sows that need to be observed further, sows should be flagged with a unique marking. For example, maybe a small spot on the mark of the head that is different than any other marking used on that farm. Cards should still be placed outside the pens, just like in gestation stall evaluations. All sows should then be treated based on the herd veterinarian's recommendations based on the suspected ailment. When implementing this program, it's beneficial to involve your veterinarian or senior production personnel during the first week to help the barn staff how to identify the at-risk sows. It's important to recognize that females that have difficulty getting up may suffer from front leg lameness, even though it may not easily show it. Other important considerations are identifying when sows are in estrus. They can be difficult to interpret off-feed events shortly after weaning in and around the time of breeding. And during this time, the gilts are more often off feed and for longer time periods than for sows. Thank you for listening. Please follow the link to find the printable one-page version of this SOP and the 20-minute summary video. If you have questions about this program, please feel free to contact me at the email listed on the screen. We also want to thank our funding agencies, the National Pork Board and FFAR, for funding this project.